Let's start tonight on backs. If you remember, it's like the first and second week. That's the first and do this would be great if you want to start to get into hips a little bit. Come into reclined butterfly pose. If you're feeling like you want like low back or chest and upper back, you can do supported bridge. So bridging up, having this here, and just like letting your hips chill on the block. Or my last favorite one on my back is the chest opener where we're this way. Remember this one? You can do this and butterfly pose. You like that one in your inner thighs. So go ahead and settle into whatever pose feels good to you. A couple more things. I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo. You're settled. Begin this beautiful process of deepening and lengthening your breath. It makes noises. Horsey breath. Getting any size out. Not anything. Any intense in the body. And rising. Lights. Fill up your body. Hands are placed in connection with the body. You can start where your hands are in connection with the body. Or sometimes I just start at the top of my head, like I was saying. Allow this visualization, warm, delicious night. Fill up the body. Slowly. Let it fill up every corner. As it touches each area of the body, light and soft. Perhaps anything that is starting to be like a heaviness in the body, translate that as a sense of grounding, anchored into the floor, anchored into the body. Being the beautiful observer of self, not judging, not forcing, not categorizing, just purely maintaining a curiosity about what's going on in the body, my energy fields. And deepen your inhales and your exhales. Intentionally squeezing at the bottom of your exhale, getting your abdominals engaged, not every last drop. Pelvic floor. After space, big inhale. Relax into your perineum, pelvic floor with space. Big inhale into the belly, rib cage, chest, inhale, only and sitting and that fullness. Practicing softening around that discomfort the body has and grasping for an exhale or grasping for an soft and surrendering. Working on this beautiful breath. Okay, over here I was talking a little bit about acceptance. having compassion for our different ebbs and flows in life, actual seasons with world's kind of chaos and ebbs and flows. Just that's the one thing we know about life is that the change and those unknowns are going to happen. And really easy in this culture, especially like hustle culture, so looked poorly upon, to like really surrender into rest, softness, and even into play, and to allow like the full expression are these really cyclical, ever-changing, ever-flowing features, and then especially we layer in like the woman during the world, we have a very distinct cycle. Talks about cycle alignment because it's really allowed me to and foresight to potentially times when I'm going to need more rest and less social time, and then when I can really lean into that, and it's honestly really helped me like less burnout because I'm honoring monthly times to really relax and then times to really like fucking let's go and push it and hammer it and rock it out. And I think knowing that like that's all going to balance out the trajectory of our growth. So I'm definitely like if you stay nice at the beginning, I will take it really slow and I'll show you things that we've been working on. But you can always make things more grounded, more applicable that we're in instead of forcing ourselves to do something that don't necessarily alignment. We can instead shift. So it's not like I'm not going to move at all. It's how do I move today with this dynamic energy? 5 minutes, and then next week I have a lot of energy tonight. Put on one of these videos for the first 2 minutes, breath work and instructions like we let go a little bit today of this forcing ourselves into places and showering ourselves with compassion along the way on how to observe yourself and love and kindness for ourselves and understand part of who we are. The more we honor it, we'll actually be more peace and less. Good breaths around that. Self-permissions are every single class. House together. So whatever was going on before we got here, happening after and explore a myriad of sensation, energy we get to feel in our own bodies, surrounded by other high vibrational. Next few breaths, allow yourself to begin to break out of your stillness. If you're on a block and want to get off of it, just please move slowly and eventually let's all meet just in like a little ball, the knees tucked into the chest, but totally take your time, no rush. Move in a way that feels intuitive and good in the body. Rock a little side to side, feel that massage happening in the low back. can even open the knees up, grab the bottoms of the feet, and happy baby pose. Rocking, letting everything feel natural and good in the body. Breathe. Now, whenever you're ready, use your hands and your feet to get your blocks lined up so that our feet can come onto them and we can just bridge ups. Really hoping this audio will not be too low to just like play right on it. I missed it. Right in the wrong spot. Alright, so before we even pick up our hips, go ahead and have full foot on the block. They're not off either end. And we're going to really slowly start with the zip up. So from your pelvic floor, since we're all ladies, I might say this. So really tuck in from pussy to belly button, feeling that lower back start to press into the floor. And then slowly press your feet into the blocks, lifting up, squeezing the glutes feet super high into this bridge up. Once you're here, let's go ahead and rock side to side and walk these elbows in together, squeezing your shoulder blades together so you get deeper in the upper back. Squeeze the glutes more, lift up even more. Find your breath. And we're going to reverse this really slowly. So I want you to almost think about rounding your back out because I want your back to hit the floor before your butt hits the floor. So keep your pelvis tilted. Slowly, one vertebrae, set your back down until your sacrum hits. Then go ahead and slightly arch in the lower abdominals. And relax into a little bit of arch. Take a nice big inhale when you're ready. Exhale, zip up, start to tilt that tailbone forward. Feel the lower back pressing on the floor the moment it's there. Start to squeeze and lift. Vertebrae by vertebrae off the floor. Squeezing the booty. Staying high and lifted. We're going to zip up. Squeeze the gorgeous feet together. Thighs together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now take them out wide. Squeeze as wide as you can. Come onto that pinky edge. And again, bring it in. Squeeze and zip up. And now lift up the hips. Squeeze the legs together. Lift the hips up. Keep pushing. Up, up, up. 2 and 1. Let's take it wide. Out onto that pinky toe blade edge. Press the hips up, 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 up. Keep pushing up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to neutral. Really slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way down. Elbows last hit the floor. Then let the back naturally arch and release your glutes. Ooh, take a couple big breaths. Nice big inhale. When you're ready, exhale, round. We're going to rock on that sacrum, tuck, pussy to belly button. Slowly peel up one vertebrae at a time until we're up high and lifted. Use the buns. One more time, ins and out. So let's go ahead and bring them together. In, squeeze. And now try to lift the hips while we squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it wide, drift it out onto that toe edge. Get as deep as you can. Try to go wider. Now let's go ahead and press up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come to neutral. And then we're going to drop and hover. So don't release this time. And then lift and press, drop and hover. Lift and press, drop and hover. 2 more. Lift and press, drop, hover, lift and press, drop and hover. If you can, walk the feet back so the heels is a little bit off the blocks. You might have to push your blocks forward a little bit. And again, we're going to lift Now go ahead and lift those heels onto the tippy toes. And lower the heels. And lower the hips and hover. Lift the hips and squeeze. Lift the heels and hold. Lower the heels and lower the hips. One more time. Lift the hips. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. And lower those hips all the way to the ground. Give yourself a little release. Pull your knees into your chest. Maybe do a couple little bicycles in the air. Got some of that lactic acid. Some of that burny, yummy flavor. Back to those legs. All right, we're doing a little single leg work, but then into our twists. Okay, our first rounds of twists. So when you're ready, feet on the blocks. I'm going to do full foot on the block. You're welcome to do on releve. You're welcome to try both. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and press up. Nice and strong here. We're going to lift right leg into the air. Flex or point toes of the lifted leg. We're going to drop the hips and hover. Same kind of thing. Lift the hips and hover. This time we're going to drop the leg to parallel. Lift the leg back up to the sky. Good. Then we're going to lower the hips. And lift the hips. And lower the leg. Slow control. And lift the leg. 2 more times. Here we go. Lower the hips. And lift. Lower the leg. Lift the leg. What's up, left leg? And lower the hips. I might have saved one, but whatever. Lift the hips. And lower the leg. And lift the leg. And cross the leg. Drop the hips and take your twists. Let those knees totally drift off to the right. You can use your right arm to press your twist deeper. And look over your left shoulder to your left fingertips. Keep the twist through the neck and circle time. Big gorgeous breaths. Run a little out of it. Uncross. Find your footing on your blocks. Get your shoulder blades maybe. Let's switch together. Don't switch this one. And let's go ahead and press those gorgeous hips. All the way onto the right, so the left leg lifts. Flex or point. We're going to play around with that. We're going to lower and hover. Lift and press. Lower the legs. Parallel to the other side, and then back up, lower the hips, hover, lift the hips, lower the leg, keep pushing that hip up high, leg lifts, lower those hips. Down and twist to the left. Take that gaze over the right. Woo! That's slow burn, you know? Big belly breath. Breathe into your womb. Soften all the way down into your pelvic floor. Feel big relaxing breaths, especially between us doing powerful moves. You want to use them more in big breath then. So let me relax right now. Into that for more breaths. Alright, let's take that out. Go over the arm back. go. Back. Then our right leg, our left leg is. Flex, you're going to point. Remember to lasso the yoga strap on the bottom of our foot, and we're going to pull it into the body. Sometimes I literally like to take this like rope and actually. So we're pulling, feeling everything opening up in the back. And then while we're pulling, we're going to start to take it off to the side. So I want you to imagine you're still pulling it into the body. There's a magnet pulling the leg to the body, straight into that like upper range of your hip mobility. See how low we can drop it before basically your ass is kind of like usually where it is off. And then we're going to sweep that around all the way, hovering on the floor. What I call 60 block is there at the bottom. We're going to reverse and come all the way back around. Slow, slow, slow. Get into that deep end range of motion. Refind your invisible yoga strap, pulling the leg into the body, into the body, into the body, into the body, into the body. And once it's up, go ahead and release. And that's it. Left leg up, right foot down, flexing or pointing through the foot. Lasso our invisible yoga strap. And when you're ready, start to pull into the body. We'll be here for a little while, opening up the calf and the hamstring, keep pulling. There's a really strong magnet between our face and our foot. And want to stay as close to our face as we can, okay? Here we go, when you're ready, keep pulling in, imaginary pulling into the body while we drop it off to the side. Imagine lifting it up, out to the side, slow, sweep around. 6 o'clock. Then bring it all the way around. Y'all, I mean, this is still hard, but I'm a lot less crackly than I was the first time. Smoother. Anyone else feel that? Bring it up. Squeeze it in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. And release. Whew. I'm always shocked how much my abs after this. Okay, we're going to do one more time around. Option to now come up into a bridge up. I'm just going to be flat-footed. That sounds hard. Okay, options. So whenever you're ready, we're going to bring that right foot back up, and however you want to do it is how you want to do it. Feel free to take it on the ground, okay? We're going to pull that leg into the body. And then we're going to start to slowly sink out as we're still kind of pulling into the body. Slow, sweep around. Walk, lift it, try to stay high and lift it. Come back around. Slow, 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 slow. Make it on purpose. And when you're done, go ahead and switch sides. Woo. Left leg. Put your own pace in this if you want. Or pull out. Blow out. Sweeping it around. Full range of motion. Woo! And then bring it back and around. Last time! And go ahead and sit down and drop the hips and hug your feet in. Alright, so you can reach your blocks, grab them and push them out to the sides, or you may need to like sit up and push them out to the side real quick. We're gonna put together a little flow. The top is where this needs to go. Let's have our blocks set up under our forearms so that we can do our boat pose. And remember with boat pose, feet on the floor is a great place to start. We can always just like take our arms off of the blocks and hang out here. We can have our hands on the blocks. Work on bringing our legs up. We can hold on to the legs. There's a lot of different places to do here. But find where you're feeling your abs nice and fired up. We're gonna hold and breathe. going. Lower our legs and our chest, and come back up. Okay, great. 2 more. Lower and lift. 1 more. Lower and lift. And now allow yourself to lower all the way to where you can flop on. Away with them. Shoulder stand. Like that. Come up. Your chin and your chest. Big focus last one. You like to behind us. So I want you to try that a couple different times. One of my favorite, like, fun kind of childlike things to do in a flow is I just like lay and try to get my straddle, and I'll come back in, and you all of a sudden will notice like how deep in your straddle using that momentum. So just have some fun for a second, playing into this is where your shoulders stand into here. Maybe see if you can find some air time. You can also try to control it and like catch yourself, and then come into a straddle too. Oh, just have a little fun with that. Yeah. Remember having like a freak out moment, just start rolling around on the ground. It literally fixes everything, especially going upside down. I think just like brings a immediate sense of like literal seeing things from a different angle, different perspective. All right, meet me in straddle. I'm gonna add on a little flowing moment here. So we're gonna place our left hand behind you. We've been working on our strength in this class. You should be able to do this. We're gonna try to lift our hips up off the floor. Press and lift. You can even kind of like, and it's a little slippery, so let your legs come down. Sweep to the other side. Up. Gorgeous. Yes. And then we're just gonna come and roll. Now I'm like way far away from the wall, so that's okay. Back to our blocks. Find your boat pose. We can have hands on blocks. We don't have to use blocks at all. We can have hands on knees. We are gonna do some of these if you want your blocks for that, if you will. Yeah. Hold and breathe. Okay, bring your hands to the blocks that are already there. We're going to unwind our little accordion and bring it back up. Lower and lift. 2 more. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower and lift. And then allow yourself to lower slash shoulder stand. You're welcome to like play. It's fun to do stripper legs. Take your legs out, do a straddle, do some like walking around in the air, all this stuff. Good for our backs too. And then let's do 3 rounds of rolling into our straddle. And then superstar. Other side. Nice. One more time. Let's come back onto our block slash into our boat pose. Whew. Hold and breathe. I just won't show All right, here we go. We're gonna lower, straighten, extend, Back to boat. Extend. Boat. 2 more. Extend. And boat. Up. Extend. And boat. Find your breath. And the shoulders stand. And then whenever you're ready, take the room down. And just straddle. No matter how old we are, I swear making the body always is enjoyable. Ooh. Once you're there, and while we're here, our straddle legs. Figure out what depth of your straddle you want. Figure out how high you want the blocks. We can put our hands behind us, whatever helping. Let's try to do 8 reps of forward, backwards, 1. And you just remind me we can do your barbell if you want. Help you sit up nice and tall. So crampy, man. Oh, nice face. Ooh, yeah. Okay, put your blocks in front of you. We're just gonna come in a square pose really quickly. So square pose, we're trying to be pretty stacked. So this knee is gonna be over the foot, this foot's gonna over the knee. This is a hip opener that I forget about sometimes, and even just sitting in it is pretty intense. So some of you might not need to lean very far, you might just need to bend a little bit. Some of you may need to completely fold, that's when the blocks come in handy. See if you can find a height where your forehead can rest. Where there's still some tension, but not too much tension, yeah? We're gonna hold here for a minute. So find your big deep breath, kind of relax and surrender to the intensity that's happening and just soften, soften, soften. If you remember, it was the last week or the week before our last session, I showed you that like myofascial point on your third eye instead of your forehead. If you have your forehead on the block right now, you bring it to the ridge of the block and like do a double moment where we're in a stretch and we're also releasing that myofascial point.
Set you free, let the thunder roll. So far away, really wonderful. All the love that used to be.
Just relax a little bit more, a little bit more.
Really wonderful. Let the music set you free, let the thunder roll. So far away, really wonderful. All the love that used to be.
Slowly come up and out of that. Take a moment just to like shake out your legs a little bit. Everything feels good. whenever you're ready to transition. Same pose, other side. Forward when you're ready. Big breaths. If there's anywhere your body is pulling on to tension unnecessarily, that could be your face, it could be the opposite, the one that will stretch you. The spot on your foot, I don't know. So you can discover any areas of tension that you can relax more into. Breaths. Anything else? Soften into more. Right. Good. Slowly come out of this one. Push it out a little bit. Just cross the legs, roll over, and step back to my hands and knees. I'm gonna grab my water because somehow I got that. Put on water. Here, we're take some of the stuff we know from child pose and puppy pose and layered in stuff. I'm just moving quite intuitively this evening, so I'm showing you maybe some extra new things that you might like. So let's first actually start in puppy pose. So rock your blocks out far enough. Get your wrists on the front cliff edge. Relax your forehead or chin to the floor. Find big breaths. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and push down into the blocks with our forearms and hands, into the floor, the tops of the feet and our shins. If you're trying to peel those booty cheeks apart, push down, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, push more, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come off of the blocks and bring them with you. Okay, we're going to bring them behind you. You don't have to use these. There's ways to get deeper. I'm just not very back bendy. So we're going to press into our left hand and press our hips forward. This is called camel pose in yoga. If you want to make it more intense, pull towards the floor. So you may like the toe tucked under, hand on. Feel. You can have a full flat on the floor. It's not very bendy. It's not very It's both. So yeah, the more you can peel the shoulder blades apart, the more you can push the hips forward and get deeper in the back. Big breath. Let the head relax. Open to your throat as well. Push. And go ahead and come down. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Press into your block or the floor or your foot. Lift your arm up. Let the head relax. Really peel those shoulder blades together and push the hips forward. 3. Good, go ahead and come down. And next time when we come down, let's go ahead and come down with our toes tucked under. We're gonna bring our blocks either forward to like kind of the inside or out We're gonna push into these blocks. We're gonna push ourselves into like the bottom of a squat. It's fine if our heels are lifted right now. And just take a moment to wiggle around on the bottom of your squat. And we're gonna take a couple lift ups of our blocks and lower downs. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. And about halfway, we're gonna come up onto our toes. And you're going to try, I like the weight of my blocks here to come into an unassisted sissy squat. Yes! Look at our weeks of practicing. Hell yes. Sissy squat, sissy squat. Woo! Come back into your squat. And the last thing we're gonna work on, grab all right? Okay. We're gonna do this thing called duck walks that some of my weight training is about. So we're just gonna try to extend through with our block. If you use no block, you can use your hands the first time. But we're gonna try to walk forward. So you're gonna step this foot forward. Your feet can touch the floor as we push into deep flexion here. Then we're gonna step forward again. Maybe take 4 steps and then try to go fucking backwards. There's a whole nother vibe. That works too. Let's do one more time. It should make your feet and your ankles feel real spicy. It's one of my favorite hip, knee, ankle, foot. It's really fucking hard, but it's really effective. For any of you that do lift your weights, it's like a 30-pound weight. It's a situation. Okay, holy shit, my shins are on fire. Anybody else? Oh, let's go ahead and kind of pitter-patter that out. And I'm going to show you a different shoulder opener. So just leave your blocks wherever. Right now, let's come all the way onto our bellies. We're going to extend our left arm out perpendicular to the body, like 90-degree angle-ish. We're going to kick this right foot up, and you're going to bring the left side of your face to the floor. We're going to press our right hand into the floor to help us rotate around and let that leg drop. Nice. So if you're not feeling this in your arm very much, your shoulder, your chest, come roll out of it, and maybe take your angle up a little bit more, like more on a 45. Some people need that. And then unwind again. Okay, so we're going to passively hang out here. Then you're going to bend your elbow just a little bit. We're going to try to push into the floor. So this is similar to that like active puppy pose, but now we're in this big, deep shoulder and chest opener. So when you're ready, push into the floor for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, unwind, roll out, pop onto the belly, and switch sides. So left hand comes under the shoulder, right hand extends out. If you need to go a little bit up on the left side, chances are you might need to go on the right side. Right side of the face comes before, keep the left foot up, press into the left hand, and feel your body away from the knee. Last shoulder over. Deep breath. Look, all still, the floor and the wall are really great props. The mobility stuff with just those two with some props. As you know, you're in a hotel. There should be walls in a please. No. There's very few places you're gonna find a surface knot. Okay, go ahead and bend the elbow a little bit and push into the floor. Push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind all the way onto the belly. And while we're here, let's go ahead and test our hovering strength. So on the tops of the feet, let's see if we can just hover the body off the floor. Hover, try. All right, good job. And press yourself on the back, to hands and knees. Grab your blocks. We're gonna do one more round of all of that. Camel toes. Maybe if you feel like you're a little looser, maybe try a lower setting on your block. Arrange it however it feels best in your arm and your hand. Really keep trying to squeeze your buns and press those hips open. So opening the chest space, the heart space, the throat space. Feeling that flow open and through.
Baby, don't you say in the end when this house comes burning down. If you can turn my dust to gold, take me there I'm sold. I'll put all my money down.
And lower. Switch sides. Roll it. Go. Push. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Arching through the upper back, arching through the lower back, squeezing the buns. Big breath. And lower. Whew. Bring your blocks up. I forgot again. Tuck the toes under. Let's go ahead and push ourselves into a nice squat. Maybe this time widen a little bit wider so you could maybe flat, closer to flat feet. And we're going to do our raises and lowers. Because a squat's really great, but if you have a sloppy squat, aka we can't like use our upper body, what's the point of having our squat mobility? So this is a nice strengthening of the upper back while we're in the squat. Think about your squat torque, even this low. Grip into your toes, slight little rotation. Feel those booty cheeks turn on ya. Yeah, that was like the saddest little whimpery, yeah. And come up. I like to turn mine under for whatever reason for this one. Woo! A few more attempts, as long as you're trying, you're working on it. And yeah, you can totally have these down and work on here. Then maybe lifting your hands off of them. Anyways, woo! Back into your squat. Oh, the spiciest shins are happening right now. And when you're ready, let's do some duck walks. Gotta keep your gaze lifted. I always say this is with my weightlifting days. You're looking at the floor, chances are you're gonna end up there more than if your eyes are up. Tall, proud gaze. Take it forward, take it back 2 times. Nice work, babes. It's a very difficult move. Feel proud that you're doing it. Your knees aren't proud, or okay. Do a little chaturanga. I'm just gonna start on my knees. Back your blocks under your shoulders. Take your little bit of tricep dip, or bring yourself all the way down wherever you're at. And we're gonna try to hover on our toes. And then we're gonna drop these knees and open up into a back bend. Or you can always try to press right into. Squeeze the booty, drop the hips, roll those shoulders back and down. Feel strong in the upper back. We're gonna stay on top of the toes and roll over them, or we're gonna tuck them, but I'm gonna hang out here on top of my feet for a few reps, as long as I can fucking handle it, and then unroll and curl it out. Take a little bit of a wider stance, like a hip width distance stance for me for a second. And we're going to bend and hover the knees, straighten them back to down dog. Bend and hover, straight back. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, 2 more, bend, straighten. Last one, bend and hold in a little bear pose if you need to. I need to kind of crawl my feet up to be more stacked. Find your bear pose, walk your toes together. We're gonna split the legs, this time just 4 donkey kicks on each side. Working it, getting it, and then press back into your feet. I want to do one more thing. Go ahead and drop to the knees. Last session, so 2 weeks ago, we did this hip one. Do you remember this one? Yes. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 times on each side, okay? Your wrists need a minute. Always give them a sec if you need to. So when you're ready, we'll start with the right leg. We're gonna extend through the foot, point through it. Keep the hips square, lift up as high as you can, then flex the foot and pull that heel into the butt, and then try to lift your knee a little bit more. Then try to take that knee out to the side, staying as high and lifted as we can, pulling the knee into the armpit, and extend all the way, point the toe. And then we're gonna flex, bring that heel back in, keep lifting the knee ever so slightly, heel it back and away. Drop that knee down, keep the heel glued into the booty. Nice. Extend and lengthen. Drop and switch. Woo! That booty. Left leg, we're extended through. We're going to lift. Flex the foot, bring that heel in, and then lift the knee just a little bit more if we can. Good. Slow rotation out. Bring that knee up towards the armpit. From there, we're going to extend and point, flex and bend, lift that knee up, all the way back, down, rotate, keep that heel put into the butt, and extend, drop. All right, one more time each side. Extend to the right leg, lift, flex, bring the heel in, lift the knee. Slow rotation. Into that deep point, feet armpit, what's there, extend and point. When you're in, take it back. Woo! Spicy, yes. Woo! Last side, here we go, straight to the left, lift, flex, heel in, lift the knee a little bit, rotate out. Slow. Then a point, flex, in, slow movement, drop, and wiggle it up. So, final rotations. We haven't done a lot of spinal work yet, so move through it a little bit. Woo. Down dog. And come up to high point. Push up and hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not looking for drop the knee. And then open up. Yes. Pull those shoulders down more if you can. Give that upper back plan. And when you're ready, roll over. Tuck the toes. Press the left foot into the floor. Lift that right leg up. Square. Come forward. Again. 5, 7. Hold. And hold. 4, 3, 2.
Sometimes I'm caught into riding the streets much too long. Feeling like coming home, coming home, coming home. I'm so low, right? I don't know. It's
Lower, and lift, and lower, and untuck the toe. Let's go ahead and come into our dragon catching tongue tail. My strength and all the belly breaths. Also, I have two. I made another one, and this original one is just better. And this is the other one. Okay, let's release. Keep the back knee down. I'm going to step this front a little bit. Our ankle here. Press forward. Working on that ankle flexion and try to drive that ankle more forward until that heel wants to pick up. And then we slide forward back down, yeah? All right, back to the half.
It's a shame, but I love you, and you don't feel the way I do. Who's to blame? We'll keep it this before his error disappears. Is it too much to ask not to be left in the
Then back into a nice strong lunge. This time focusing more on dropping the hips down, or not about the ankle.
to come back. Climbing up the trees where I've been, closing my eyes to relax. I'm singing for solace. You're falling out of my pocket.
Your blocks.
Can't believe I messed it up at your bed.
Breathe into that hip flexor, so it's like her. Face off, jaw, throat. Underneath this. We're gonna play a little bit with the slides and your splits practice. We're gonna slide back as tall as possible. Like extra workout in your thigh muscles don't need anything.
Let me see the final sun outside before the storm comes.
4 sets. So
you're falling out of my pocket.
slide it back in.
I messed it up at your
If you're down for on your last round, we're just gonna sit into that split. Maybe bring the leg. Not there we go. Okay.
You're making a mess of me, like we don't have history. Don't I deserve sympathy for drowning in all your misery? It's just like you to be so proud of the power I let you have over me. But you make me
Slide you into a high plank.
tearing my hair out.
Drop to the knees if you want to modify. Arch bicep push-up. Hold a few breaths. Breath. Eventually, up. By this time, it starts to feel less sticky. Yourself to down dog, however you like. Walk those hips out. Right, we're going back. No, we're going to lift our left leg up. Bring it out to the side of that left tricep and hold. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back to up dog. Down dog and then down dog. Take it to the center. Knee to chin. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back up. Take it out to the side. Outside. Inside. Outside. Inside. Step like a ninja. First round. Nice, strong lunge. We're going to bend the back knee and lift the back knee. Breathe. Lift. 2. Lift. 1. Lift. And this one, go ahead and drop. Untuck the toes, knees, wrap. Ooh. Crampy, hammy. Are your hammies? Crampy, hammies are crampy. Listen, heat is not a joke. Y'all should be like eating pickles, putting salt in water, drinking electrolytes. Like it's more difficult to stay hydrated just with regular water when it's too hot. So just make sure you're eating some salt. That might be why you're cramping a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. And bring this foot in or like scoot forward, whichever one works best for you. And let's press into this ankle flexion. Front. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, bread and butter has like more sugar in it, but I don't give a fuck about that. So it's salty. I think dill might have more salt in it than bread and butter. But mostly just like that like vinegary. Also things like probiotics are good around this time too, like kombucha, things like that. Hydration has lots of good gut too. That's all happening. That sounds good. I'm like the possible here. I always leave the house with one foot to keep myself cool while I'm like in the car. Alright, let's half split it. Unless, you know, you just want to get it. I like to do full split after a nice half split. Keep flexing that gorgeous left foot, toes to the face. Breaths. You can get a little deeper, belly button deeper, hamstring a little deeper, toes maybe a little more flexed. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come out of it one more time. Low. This time, focusing on this melting in towards the floor. Maybe bringing our hands to the leg, hips back bend, or using our blocks.
Get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. 'Cause you don't need
whenever you're ready. Let's go ahead and do our little slidey half splits with or without blocks. Let it go nice and slow, control. After your 4, if you want to settle into your split. Stack our blocks. I just want to get a little bit of shoulder stuff. We got some. We got to get more, but let's see. You can play fast and like round it. It's already 10 minutes to the hour. Like, oh my God, that's so fast. Find your distance, find however you want to squat on the blocks. Let's do 8 pass-throughs, finding that sticky spot. If you're not quite feeling it, try to go in just like the tiniest bit, which makes the difference. I lost count. You'd like 3 more? I don't know. Does anyone count? Probably 2 more. And then meet me overhead. Slight rotation back, slight bent elbow, and pull. Heart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and slide down to the ankle, feet. Plant that left side up. Open up to the sides. And it is nice too if we just do it the slightest pulling apart in this position. It'll really help open up the shoulder. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back through center. Plant the right side. Open up to the left. Make a slight pulling. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and back into center. This time let's hook our PVC under our feet, either coming to the inside or the outside edges. And watch you pull into the bar for 8, 6, 4, 3, and bring our feet in for just a couple of squat covers. So pull those shoulders back and down. Squat towards on even before you leave the blocks. Lift and hover. 6, 5, beautiful. 4, 2, 1. Drop back. 4, 3, 2, 4. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit up nice and low. 2 more. Go, drop it down.
Get you on flip side.
Oh,
Let it get you on flip side. Let it get you on flip side.
woo!
Running to for another round, two.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Take
one more
it for
time.
granted.
Hard.
Take it for granted, no.
Oh, last set. One
Get
more.
on with it. Get on, get
Hey,
on with it.
back.
Get
Go,
on,
drag it down.
get on with it. Get on, get
2,
on with it.
1, slow it. 4. Yeah, 1. Keep your PVC life. We're just going to do a whole balancing work to end this today. So we can have this here. I don't know, probably this opposite arm. No. Want to use PVC? Not. Whew. So we're gonna start coming back into airplane, whatever you want to call this. Let's go ahead. No matter how far you go, we just want to make sure the body stays in a straight line. So if you're here, that's cool. So just make sure your leg and your upper body stay in a nice line, like a teeter-totter. Last thing is flex or point the leg. And I want you to fall out several times. So if you're not falling out of the PVC, try to pick your feet off the ground. You're not falling. You're not using anything. Try to close your eyes. Okay. Maybe I did. We don't. Let's see. So whenever you're ready, I want you to do 4 little bends in the standing leg. Little squatties. And then straighten. Bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Try to come up. Try not to touch that foot down. We're going to come into our flamingo stance. Hold the knee, under the knee.
Tell me, are you real? Yeah, are you down for me? Down for me?
Flex the foot, extend. Hold, hold, and bend. Again, extend. Hold, hold, and bend. Last time, extend. Let go, and we're going to try to lift up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Woo! I always like to do little like lifts when I'm done. There tends to be a lot of like tension in the hips that happens in balancing. Just like roll it out a little bit. Woo! Okay, are you ready? So other side. We're gonna find our floating, flying balance, pointing or flexing foot of lifted leg. Pull belly up and in. Think about gripping your toes. Go for like a one-legged squat toward kind of just like gripping. Don't know what that was. Whew. Fail at least like 2, 3, 4 times. Push yourself. That feels ish last time, yeah? Whenever you're feeling ready, find your balance and we're doing 4 bends. Bending the knee, straightening, bend, straighten, last one. Using your balance, trying not to put that foot down, stand all the way up. Hand under the knee. Find a tall spine. Gorgeous. Extend, fold, fold, and then again, extend, fold, fold, then last time, extend, let go, and lift up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, weak. Shake it out, do a little fluff. Oh. Oh my goodness. All right, babes. Go ahead and set your pinky down. Do a standing pose out. Reach your arms out wide, to your heart to the ceiling, and then take a nice big hug. One arm on top of the other. Walk those fingertips in. Lightly pull, tuck it around. Maybe I call this the dumpy pose. Tuck your tailbone and like sit into your legs a little bit. So like your lower back a little bit. Big breaths. Gorgeous. Big inhale, open those arms up. Heart to the ceiling and cross over. Walk those fingertips in. Gently pull, tuck and round. Big breath, sending yourself love, compassion, kindness, gratitude. Sending the babes in this room. Everyone that supported us the whole session, send them love, kindness, compassion, gratitude. Last time, open up big. And then take a bow or a curtsy.